Hello guys and welcome to the Champions League draw. We are here for the round of 16 draw in the Champions League. Welcome along to everyone, whether you are watching live or afterwards. We are here to react to the draw for the Champions League, as I say. Drop a like, subscribe, drop a comment. What's your thoughts, guys? As you can see, we've got the fixtures and the possible fixtures listed next to me here. Get involved. Let me know who you want to play and who you think's going to play who. And like I say, the draw is coming soon. We will bring it to you when it gets underway. Like I say, do drop a like, do subscribe. Let's support this. This is something new on the channel, I must say. I've never done a Champions League draw, but let's see if it works. By the way, some of these possible fixtures look really interesting. We've got PSG versus Liverpool or Barcelona, Real Madrid versus Atlético Madrid or Bayern Leverkusen. There's some really interesting possible fixtures here, guys. So let's hope it's a good one. Let's hope we get something good. Like I say, a massive welcome along to everyone. We've already got 100 people in here. Just please take 2 seconds to support the stream. It is something new. If you enjoy it, we can do it again. So hit the like button. We're streaming at 10:30 in the morning, which is a bit different. Yeah, drop a comment. I'm going to come and say hello in a second and get your thoughts in on the draw. Like I say, PSG, Club Brugge, Real Madrid, PSV, Feyenoord, Bayern Munich, Borussia Dortmund and Benfica have got through the playoffs to play the top 8 teams from the Champions League phase. Hello to everyone. There's so many people in here. Freddie, good to see you. Andy says up the Villa. Jenbo says hi. Freddie says hi. Andy says where are Man United? Well, not in the Champions League draw. They're in the Europa League draw, to be fair to them, but that's not till later. We've only got 3 English teams left. Remember, Manchester City were knocked out by Real Madrid, which means we've got Liverpool, Aston Villa and Arsenal still in the mix. We saw Celtic, the only Scottish team getting eliminated by Bayern Munich. We saw quite a few Italian teams getting dumped out in the playoffs as well. Really shaping up to be interesting, this. Like I say, do support us, drop a like, get some comments down below. And, wow, look at that. We've already had a donation. Thank you very much to GRAD, who's just donated. He says, drop a like. Thank you so much for that donation. That is massively appreciated. Who do you support, by the way? Let me know who you support. And there is the donation sound effect. I'm really looking forward to this. The possible fixtures are intriguing. It's at this stage where things really get interesting, isn't it? You know, you get some giants playing against each other and you're guaranteed that some big teams are going to go out. Yeah, let's see how it plays out. Like I say, it's not a free-for-all draw. For those of you guys that are not aware, it's not a case that anyone could play anyone. It is seeded. The teams that finished in the top 8 will get slightly easier fixtures than the teams that finished in the playoffs. But we will see. We will see. Let's say hello to more people. Blue Baron says Arsenal have got a decent tie. Well, Arsenal's possible fixtures are either PSV or who's the other one? Feyenoord. So, yeah, not too bad, but never underestimate teams, I guess, in the Champions League. I've been guilty of doing that. PJ says Real Madrid versus Bayern Munich. Tutor Nick says up the Villa mat. ... Or is he telling me off for saying that? I'm just reading out comments as they come in. Lloyd says let's go Mighty Reds. We've also got people saying hello. Hopefully Benfica versus Liverpool happens, says Planet Ball. Yeah, feel free to share your thoughts. In fact, let's do a little roll call. Who does everyone support? Comment down below with the team you support. Let's see how many different fans we've got in here. Comment in the live chat with the team you support. Do drop a like, as I say, if you haven't already. Not long now, guys. Not long until the draw gets underway. So, yeah, excited. He says, remember me in the FA Cup round 5 draw? I do. Yes, you've donated before. I really appreciate that, buddy. Thank you for donating again. That is very generous. Yeah, thank you. I really appreciate that. What block do you sit at the Coventry matches? Adam asks. Block 10. Just had to remember there. I used to be block 30. I'm block 10 now behind the other goal. Let's see how many different fans we have got in here. Comment with the team you support down below. Let's have a little look. Man United, Hull City, Barca, Sky Blues, Arsenal, Coventry, Tottenham, Coventry, PSG and Arsenal. Man United, Hull, Coventry, Cov, Forest, Villa, Man City, Cov, Man United, Liverpool, loads of people. Blue Baron says, so in this round, the teams that played in the playoffs don't play? Question mark. No, they do. They do. So next to the numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, are the playoff winners. So for example, PSG won the playoffs. They're going to play either Liverpool or Barcelona. Club Brugge won in the playoffs. They're either going to play Lille or Aston Villa, and so on and so forth. It's a little bit complex, but the more you look at it, the more it makes sense. So that is how it's going to play out. Let's have a look. So many people in here. Johnny here, neutral fan, says GHJM. Sophie is a Stevenage fan. You love to see it. Liverpool, Arsenal, Man United, Torquay. Watching from Vietnam, says Sean. Wow, you love to see that as well. Thank you guys. Like I say, this is something completely new. I have actually really been getting more into the Champions League this season. I don't know about you guys, but I actually quite liked the new league phase. I think it threw up a couple of surprises, and it was interesting to see Aston Villa in the competition, and we might be getting 5 English teams in the Champions League next year, and the possibilities of Nottingham Forest or maybe Bournemouth being in there are making it really interesting now. It's interesting to see some slightly different teams in there instead of your traditional teams. But like I say, plenty of powerful teams are still left. Who's everyone's favourites? If I was to ask you now, who's going to win the Champions League, who are you saying? Who is going to win the Champions League? Comment down below with the team you think are going to win the Champions League. I'm not sure, you know. Could it be Liverpool? Could it be Real Madrid? They always find a way. Barcelona, very good in the league phase. Who's going to win the Champions League? Comment down below with the team you think that will win it. And guys, just a reminder, there are 200 people watching. It does just take 2 seconds to drop a like. Let's try and get up towards 200 likes. It takes 2 seconds. Do support us. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button, actually. Are we close to 92,000? We're not far off. Everyone subscribe as well. So, yeah, who do you think is going to win the Champions League? Let's have a look. Barcelona, Arsenal, Real Madrid, Barcelona, PSG for the first time. Villa, Barca, Liverpool, Real, Atlético, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Liverpool, Real Madrid, Club Brugge, Barcelona. Just booked my tickets for Coventry versus Stoke, says Louise. Up the Potters. She says, if the new Champions League format was to allow every team to play every other team, we would probably have a clear champion. With 8 games, you've got to take every chance. Yes, but then, yeah, I mean, there's no other way of doing it, is there, GHGN? You can't have everyone playing everyone, because obviously that would take all season, unless they were to scrap the Premier League. You know, that was kind of a bit like what the Super League was meant to be, wasn't it? You know, they were trying to break away. I think 8 games is a good indication, because you're allowed to slip up once or twice. I think Villa, how many points did Villa get? 16 from 8 games? So they got like 2 points per game, and they finished in the top 8. So you're allowed a little bit of a slip, but you can still get through. Let's have a look at some more comments. Keep them coming, guys. Who do you think is going to win the Champions League? Villa, Arsenal, Coventry, Arsenal. There you go, look at that, Coventry. Liverpool, Villa, Atlético. Adam says, are you going to Oxford? Well, myself and Sophie were going to go to Oxford, and then the tickets sold out. And we nearly got enough points, but we don't. So I'm on like 1,580 points. So I think I needed 1,600 to get a ticket for Oxford. So I know. I'm going to try and do Plymouth away, and then I might do another away game. Wembley. When Coventry go back to Wembley, I'll do that again. Keep your comments coming, guys. Who's going to win the Champions League? Right, not long until the draw gets underway. So should we have a little look at what will be coming up? Just take 2 seconds to drop a like as well. Let me run you through the Champions League table and how we got to this stage. So the Champions League table, for those of you that are not aware, is absolutely massive now. This is how it looks. You know, you got, what, 36 teams? 12 went out. My bad maths there. 12 teams went out. We had loads of teams in the playoffs, 16 of them, and then 8 teams went automatically through. So the top 8, Liverpool, Barca, Arsenal, Inter Milan, Atlético, Bayern, Leverkusen, Lille. Look at Lille, by the way, and Villa. They all went straight through to this round. Whereas the teams that finished between 9th and 24th, so these teams, they all had to play one another sort of thing. And the winners of those playoff games are now coming through to this stage, which is the round of 16. So that is how we've ended up with number 1 being PSG, who won in the playoffs, versus either Liverpool or Barcelona, who were the top 2 in the league phase. You've got Club Brugge taking on Lille or Villa. Number 3 is Real Madrid versus Atlético Madrid or Bayer Leverkusen. 4 is PSV versus Arsenal or Inter Milan. 5 is Feyenoord versus Arsenal or Inter Milan. 6, Bayern versus Atlético or Bayer Leverkusen. 7 is Dortmund versus Lille or Villa. And 8 is Benfica versus Liverpool or Barca. So as you can work out, if Liverpool get Benfica, then Barcelona will get PSG, and so on and so forth. So, not long now till the draw gets underway, and we've got 250 people watching, which is brilliant. Do not go anywhere. Keep your comments coming. We were asking who you think is going to win the Champions League, so do drop us a comment, and feel free to do a prediction for the draw. Who do you think is going to play who? If I'm a Liverpool fan, I think I'd rather play Benfica than PSG. What are you saying, Liverpool fans? If I'm a Villa fan, would I rather play Club Brugge or Dortmund? I think I'd rather play Club Brugge. Didn't Villa beat Club Brugge? Or did they lose to them? They might have lost to them, you know. I think they played in the league phase. And then Arsenal, they've got the choice of PSV or Feyenoord. They're both quite good, aren't they? PSV are top of the Eredivisie, though, aren't they? So feel free to share your thoughts. Who do you think is going to play who? Let's have a look. I've got the table up in front of me. Let's have a look at some of your comments. Yes, they lost 1-0, says Taylor. That's it. Wasn't it away? I think it was Club Brugge 1, Villa 0. Right. Patrick says Benfica. Taylor says, are you going to the Coventry game tomorrow? I am indeed. Thank you once again for another generous donation there. That is really, really kind. What if Coventry go to the playoffs and win the cup? We're out of the cup now, by the way, mate. We lost to Ipswich in the cup. It was possible last season that we could have got to the playoff final and the FA Cup final. In the end, we got to neither. We were robbed, but yeah, there you go. We might make the playoffs, though, so keep an eye on Coventry. Right, let's have a look at some more comments. Top Fox says, when does it start? In 10 minutes. Do not go anywhere. And thank you, by the way, for the great support, guys. It's brilliant to see so many people in here. Do make sure you've dropped a like. And if you want to subscribe, it takes 2 seconds. Help us try and get to 92,000. If everyone subscribes and everyone likes, this could be really, really good. So I do appreciate that. Like, subscribe, comment. Let's have a look at some more comments. Why aren't Plymouth on the list? Someone's asked. Because they haven't qualified, mate, but I like it. What else we got? I'm an Arsenal fan, says Chris. There you go. The new Champions League format with the new playoff round is sheer madness, says GHCN. The lowest seed club, Bruges, knocked out the highest seed, Atalanta. Yes, I was surprised by that because I did do predictions for the Champions League playoffs and I got a couple of them quite badly wrong. Well done to the teams that won, but if you're an Atalanta fan, you will feel frustrated because they just missed out on the top 8 because of Villa. Villa snuck in there. And then they've lost in the playoffs to Club Brugge, who had 4 points less than them in the league phase and a much worse goal difference as well. Right, let's have a look. Are you doing Europa League draw? Someone's asked. I don't think so. Maybe it's something we could do in the future. But yeah, we're just doing a Champions League draw today. Bear in mind, guys, this is the first time I've done a Champions League draw. I'm not sure what to expect in terms of like how you guys are going to interact. But to see 250 people watching is fantastic. So it's something we'll do again. Yeah, we can re-adjourn for the next Champions League draw. But let's really focus on this one because there's less than 10 minutes to go. And the teams are going to be drawn against each other. As I say, if you haven't already had a look, these are the possible fixtures, so do look out for them. We could get PSG v Liverpool or PSG v Barcelona. We could get Real Madrid versus Atletico Madrid. We could get Bayern versus Bayer Leverkusen. We could get Dortmund versus Villa. There's some really interesting possible fixtures here. So let's see how it plays out. Keep your comments coming for now. Teams will try harder to get in the top 8 next season, says Joseph. Well, it was a bit of a surprise, wasn't it? If you look at that Champions League table again, look at this. Look at the teams that finished below, well, Lille. I mean, fair play to Lille and Villa as well. I mean, Villa did great. But you got Dortmund, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, PSG, and then down there, Man City, 22nd. What the heck? Even Celtic finished ahead of Man City. Fair play to Celtic. And Celtic were unlucky. We need to give them a mention. They came up against Bayern Munich in the playoffs and they lost out in the last minute. Poor things, eh? Let's have a look at some more comments. Where is the one and only Nottingham Forest? You've asked. We might see them here next season. Guys, I think it's really looking possible we could have Nottingham Forest in the Champions League next season. We could have AFC Bournemouth. It's really open, isn't it? It really is open. Who would you like to see? Bournemouth or Forest? Who would you more like to see in the Champions League next season? Bournemouth or Forest? What are you saying? My sister has a crush on you. Oh, there you go. I like that comment. Thank you very much. Madrid derby would be great. Yeah, it would, wouldn't it? Real Madrid v Atletico Madrid. And remember, guys, it is possible you can play a team from your own country now. Remember, before in the old Champions League, it had to be like the quarterfinals before you could play a team from your own country. But now we could get Real v Atletico. We could get Bayern v Bayer Leverkusen. Let's have a look at some more comments. I think the draw should be open, so no matter where a team's finished, says Jason. I asked you guys who you think would be better to have in the Champions League next season out of Bournemouth and Forest. Let's have a look. Bournemouth, Forest, Bournemouth, Forest, 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 Bournemouth. I think for nostalgia reasons, it'd be great to see Forest back there. And they've won it before. They've won this competition twice. They've won it 2 more times than Arsenal have. But you got Bournemouth, who'd be such a surprise. Imagine Bournemouth in the Champions League. I mean, that is crazy with their stadium. Well, let's hope they both do it. That's what I say. Let's hope they both do it. Let's break up the established order at the top end of the Premier League. Right, 5 minutes to go. There's 300 people in here. Just make sure you've hit the like button. It takes 2 seconds. And get your comments in. Feel free to share your thoughts on the draw, which is coming up very soon. As I say, feel free to support us by hitting that subscribe button as well. It takes 2 seconds to subscribe. And if you already have, you are a legend. If you've not subscribed, it's not too late to hit that subscribe button. Let's have a look at a few more comments. Arsenal haven't won it, says Joseph. That's what I mean. That's why Nottingham Forest have won it 2 more times than Arsenal, because Forest have won it twice and Arsenal have won it 0 times. There you go. Are Plymouth the best team in Europe as we beat Liverpool, who were top of the Champions League and Prem tables? Yes, I would say so. It should be Plymouth that are in the Champions League final. They've been robbed, haven't they? By the way, guys, FA Cup next week. Man City versus Plymouth. Can anyone see there being an upset at the Etihad between Man City and Plymouth? I think there could be an upset. I think Man City might win. Share your thoughts. What else have we got? Real Madrid will win it again, says Michael. I am a legend, someone's just said. There you go. Who is the dark horse in this round of 16? Oh, that's a good question. Who is the dark horse? I will ask you guys, who's the dark horse? Club Brugge? Are they a dark horse? Benfica? Both of them are bound to get some difficult games. Lille? Aston Villa? Are they a dark horse? Or do people think they could get quite far? I think Villa... If you look at Villa's possible fixtures, I think Villa got a good chance of getting to the quarterfinals. But I think, if I remember correctly, if Villa do get to the quarterfinals, that's where they could come up against Liverpool or Barca, I think. I'm not sure. Let's have a look. So, think, yeah, Liverpool or Barca could face Villa in the quarterfinals. Oh, that does sound tough, doesn't it? Right, let's have a look at some more comments. Loads of people in here. Villa are a dark horse. Villa could do very well. What else have we got? PSV, yeah, possible dark horse. David says, come on, Plymouth. There you go. There you go. Saba says, Feyenoord could be a dark horse. They could, couldn't they? They could be. Once again, a massive thank you for your support, guys. This is something completely new on the channel, and the Champions League draw does get underway in the next couple of minutes, so do not go anywhere because we will bring it to you live. Keep your comments coming as I'm reading them out, and if you want to have your comment read out, then get it in the live chat. Let's have a look at what else we got. Villa look like a different team attacking recently. Pat says, I would like Plymouth to take City. GSGN says, I probably would have Club Brugge as a dark horse. I think so. Well, let's have a look. So Club Brugge beat Atalanta, and that was a bit of a surprise. So, yeah, I guess that they are the dark horse now, aren't they? They're the lowest ranked team left based on that league table. Let me just get the league table up for you one last time if you want to remember who finished where. This is how it finished in the league phase. So we had Liverpool top, Barcelona second, Arsenal third, Inter Milan fourth, Atlético fifth, Bayer Leverkusen sixth, Lille was seventh, Villa eighth. And then if you look at the playoffs, Atalanta are out, Dortmund are through, Real are through, Bayern are through, AC Milan are out, PSV are through, PSG are through, Benfica are through, Monaco are out, Brest are out, Feyenoord are through, Juventus are out. What else we got? Celtic are out, Man City out, Sporting out, and Club Brugge are still in. So they're the lowest ranked team left. Wow, did I just miss another donation? That is very, very generous, guys. Thank you. Round of applause for GRAD, who's donated a few times today. That's very, very kind. I really appreciate that. He says, imagine Real Madrid in the Vitality Stadium and Forest versus Barcelona as well. I think Liverpool will win the Champions League and Europa League will be Man United and Chelsea also for the Conference League. Wow, thank you so much for the donation. That's very generous. I would love to see Bournemouth and Forest both in the Champions League, as I've said already. Liverpool are your favourites for the Champions League. I think that makes sense. Anyone else? What are people saying? Who's going to win the Champions League? Before the draw starts in 2 minutes, any more predictions? Who's going to win the Champions League? I'm going to say... See, I think it could be Liverpool. I think Barcelona have been pretty good. Real Madrid always find a way, don't they? And they were pretty good against Man City. They're probably my three main teams. Liverpool, Real and Barca. What are you saying? Who's going to win the Champions League? It's 1 minute to 11. So the Champions League draw is just about to get underway. A lot of people are saying Liverpool in the live chat. Leverkusen, not a bad shout. Villa, Leverkusen, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Villa. You're the best YouTuber. I appreciate that. Oh, and look at that. Another donation. That's very, very generous. That is very, very kind. Thank you so much once again to GRAD, who's being super generous with the donations there. Right. We're going to focus on the Champions League draw in just a second because it is 11 o'clock now, guys. Keep your comments coming and don't go anywhere. We will let you know the draw as it goes on and who is playing who, and we will react to it. The final thing to do, guys, is there are nearly 400 people watching and we're only on 150 likes. It takes 2 seconds to hit the like button, so please be sure to drop us a like. It's massively appreciated. If you've not already liked, do be sure to do so. And last chance as well to hit the subscribe button. Everyone hit the subscribe button. It's massively, massively appreciated. Let's turn our attention to the draw then. The Champions League draw is just getting underway, so keep your comments coming. Do let us know the team you support. Be sure to like, subscribe and all of that good stuff. And like I say, let's turn our attention to the draw, which might take a minute or two to get going, but yeah, we'll keep you abreast of what's going on. Thank you once again for the donation. That's very, very generous. You can hear that sound effect coming through. Let's scroll down and look at some more comments. What else have we got? Real Madrid are going to win the Champions League. We've had another donation. Look at all these sound effects coming through. The draw is live now. Someone said, yep, I know. It's 11 o'clock. I've got it up in front of me. It says it's starting soon. So, yeah, don't go anywhere. Just keep your comments coming until the draw does get underway. As I say, if you haven't already familiarised yourself with who could play who, then just have a little look here at the possible fixtures that we might get. Let's have a look. Real Madrid. Real shame about Celtic. Yeah, it was. I thought they played quite well against Bayern. Very unlucky. But they can turn their attention to wrapping up another Scottish Premiership title. Right, the Champions League draw is just getting underway. We are 2 likes away from 200 now. So hit the like button. 2 likes from 200. Let's do it. Drop a like. We've had Ella in the live chat. Hey, are we going to end the Preston jinx tomorrow? I can feel it. We're going to beat them 3-1, says Ella. Oh, I love the confidence. Thank you, Ella, for joining the live chat, and I hope you are right. I don't know whether Bournemouth's vitality will fit the UEFA regulations, assuming if they are to qualify, says GHGN. Really? Do you think the Champions League would be like, no, we can't have football there? I'm sure there's other grounds in the Champions League that are small attendances. But have we just had another donation? Oh, GRAD. That is very generous. Thank you so much for that. Right, the draw is getting underway in a second. I won't show you what's going on, but I don't have the copy. I'll get copyright strikes if I do that. I can tell you what's happening though, and it's just about to start. They are explaining the draw, and if you need to be reminded how this draw will work, the 8 teams that won from the playoff games are listed 1 to 8 with the 2 opponents they might face. It is already, I'm trying to work out the way to decide to describe this. It's kind of like seeded. We know roughly who's going to play who, but we don't know exactly who's going to play who. So like I say, make yourselves familiar. Any more comments before the draw starts? Someone said Arsenal's going to win the Champions League. Can you imagine? If you're an Arsenal fan, by the way, would you rather win the Champions League this season or the Premier League? I'm going to say you'll probably say Champions League because you've not done that ever. Whereas you've not won the Premier League in 21 years, but you have done it before, I guess. Matty says, hello, good to see you. Matt, would you rate Plymouth Argyle in the top 5 Championship away fans, considering how far we travel? Yeah, I would actually. Yeah, I could do a video ranking fans, and I would put Plymouth right up at the top. I think I'd have Plymouth, Leeds, Sheffield Wednesday, Coventry. Who else could go in that top 5 Championship away fans? Oh, I don't know. Maybe I'll do a video on that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Guys, like I say, the draw is about to get underway. It's just going to take a minute longer. In the meantime, let's just do roll call one last time. Which team do you support? Let's do that one last time before the draw gets underway. Let us know in the live chat the team you support. For example, I am a Coventry fan, but who do you support? Liverpool, Hull City, Tottenham Hotspur, Grimsby Town? Let me know in the live chat. Right, they're just running through the teams that are in the draw. It is soon to start. I'm excited for this. Look at these possible fixtures, by the way. Who do I want to play who in the draw? I want PSG v Liverpool. I think that would be good. Although PSG v Barcelona was that brilliant game, wasn't it? When Barcelona came from like 4-0 down to win 6-1. Do you remember? What else? Dortmund versus Villa would be tasty. That would be tasty. Or Real Madrid versus Atlético Madrid. I want to see big games where we're guaranteed some big teams are going to go out. Let me know who you want to play who. Let's have a look at the roll call one last time. Who does everyone support in the live chat? QPR, Sunderland, Barcelona, Leeds, Forest, Huddersfield, Arsenal, Leeds, Arsenal, Forest, Oxford. There you go, Oxford United, Sunderland, Leeds, Forest. Look at this. Nottingham Forest fan who lives in Brisbane, tried to get to as many games as possible. Went Anfield, away earlier this season. It was worth that 30-hour travel. I bet it was. 1-0 win. I've only been to one Forest game this season and it was a 7-0 win, so I seem to be quite lucky as well when going to Forest games, it seems. Nottingham Forest since 1969, says Nigel. Connor is a Man City fan. Top Fox supports Leeds. Guys, if you've just joined us, we are reacting to the Champions League draw. It hasn't started yet. It is live, but they haven't started picking the balls yet. It looks like they're about to. It does take a couple of minutes, this. They're just explaining it. But don't go anywhere. Keep your comments coming. Thank you once again to those of you guys that have supported us by liking and subscribing. It's not too late to get involved. But like I say, we're focusing on the draw, which is about to start. Keep your comments coming. Let's ask you guys a question. Who's going to get further in the Champions League? Aston Villa or Arsenal? Who's going to get further in the Champions League? Who's more likely to make it to the semi-finals? Aston Villa or Arsenal? Let me know your thoughts. It does feel like Aston Villa have put a lot of their focus on the Champions League this season. That's maybe why they're not doing as well in the Premier League. What are you guys saying? Villa, Villa, Arsenal, Villa, Arsenal, Villa, Arsenal, Villa, 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 Arsenal, Villa. Interesting that. About 50-50. Let's do another question. I'm quite enjoying these questions until the draw starts. Let's say, who's more likely to win the Champions League out of Barcelona or Real Madrid? Who's more likely to win the Champions League out of Barcelona or Real Madrid? What are you saying to that one? As I say, the Champions League draw is due to start any second. I will let you know when it does. It hasn't just yet. They're just getting the people out to draw the balls, so it does take a couple of minutes, doesn't it? Who are people saying? Who's more likely to win the Champions League? Barcelona or Real Madrid? Let's have a look. Barca, Barca, Real Madrid, Barca, 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 Real, Barca, Barca, Barca. Looks like it looks quite close. That's quite close. Should we do another one? This is quite good, this. All right, who's more likely to win the Champions League out of Liverpool or Barcelona? What are you saying? Liverpool or Barcelona? Who is more likely to win the Champions League out of Liverpool or Barcelona? As I say, the draw starts any second now. We already know which teams are roughly going to play who. And don't go anywhere as well, guys, because we'll do a reaction to the draw afterwards. We can maybe do some early predictions for the round of 16, who we think's going to beat who. I asked you who you think's going to win the Champions League, more likely out of Liverpool or Barcelona. Barcelona, there you go. Liverpool, Barcelona, Liverpool, both. It's quite close, that. I think most people are saying Liverpool, though. Should we do one more? What could be the other question we ask? All right, yeah, who's more likely? Which German team is going to get the furthest? Which German team is going to get the furthest? Dortmund, Bayern, or Bayer Leverkusen? Which German team will get the furthest? Dortmund, Bayern, or Bayer Leverkusen? There's only three, isn't there? There isn't more than three. Yeah. Which German team? I don't know. Dortmund? No, Bayer Leverkusen did really well in the league phase, didn't they? I don't know. Let's have a look. What are you guys saying? Which German team is going to get the furthest? Like I say, the draw does start soon. Just keeping this live chat engaged with a few questions. You guys are really good at answering these. Look how many comments we're getting. It's great to see so many people. Bayern. Oh, there's a lot of Bayern. Leverkusen, Dortmund, Bayern. All are going to go out at the same round, says Michael. Okay, might do. It looks like most people are saying Bayern Munich, which is interesting. Remember, guys, in the table, Leverkusen finished ahead of the other two. In fact, Bayern Munich finished the lowest out of those three German teams in the league table. Right, let's do one more question before the draw starts, because it looks like it's about to start any second now. Who is going to go further in the Champions League out of Inter Milan or Atletico Madrid? Inter Milan or Atletico Madrid? Which team will go further in the Champions League? Let me know in the live chat. Inter Milan or Atletico Madrid? As I say, the draw looks like it's about to start in a second, so fasten your seatbelts. In the meantime, let's try and push for 250 likes. We are on 240, so let's try and get to 250 now. Thank you once again for your support. Hit that like button. They're just running through the order of proceedings for the draw. Let's have a look at your comments in the live chat. Atletico. Oh yeah, most people are saying Atletico. A couple of people are saying Inter. Nah, most people are saying Atletico. Interesting. Lucy reckons Inter Milan, maybe. Yeah, maybe. So, the draw is about to start, is it? Come on, let's do this. I do wish you all the best of luck. I hope you get who you want in the draw, but remember, not everyone will be satisfied. We are guaranteed to get some big teams playing each other, which means some big teams are going to go out. What about, final question, who's going to flop? Which big team is going out in the next round? It's got to be one of the big teams, like a Liverpool or a Barcelona, you know, one of those teams. Which big team is most likely to flop and go out in the next round? Give me your thoughts. We're still waiting for the draw. It's just taking a minute, guys. I asked you which big team is most likely to be a flop in the Champions League. PSG, says Daryl. Taylor says Barcelona. Kate says PSG. Matty says Real Madrid. Lucy reckons Liverpool might flop. Maybe. I mean, if PSG get... Look at PSG's fixtures, by the way. We're guaranteed a big team's going to go out somewhere there. PSG didn't do well in the Champions League table, but then they did just smash Brest to pieces, didn't they? What was the score on aggregate? Was it like 11-0 or something? No, 10-0. Look at that. 10-0 on aggregate. They absolutely smashed them. Let's have a look at some more comments. A few people reckon Arsenal might be the flop in the next round of the Champions League. Saba reckons PSG are going to win this. They're still explaining this Champions League draw. I mean, I understand how it works, but they're making it take a while, and it does seem a little bit more complicated the more they talk about it. Quick yes or no, actually. Is the Champions League better now? Or did you prefer it when there was the 8 groups of 4 teams? Do you think it's better with the league table? Is it better now? Yes, if it's better now. No, if it was better before. I've quite liked it this season, but not everyone has. Is the Champions League better now? Yes or no? Let us know. Right, come on. They're taking ages with this draw. They haven't even started yet. Thank you for your patience, guys. We're nearly getting underway. I asked you if the Champions League is better now. Look at this. No, 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 yes, no, no, yes, no, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes. More people preferred the Champions League how it was. That's interesting. I just think you had more games this time, which is a bit more interesting, I guess. And there's an extra few teams that can qualify. But, I don't know. It became a bit weird, didn't it? You know, you look at some of the big teams that didn't finish in the top 8. Do you not think that was quite good? Seeing a few surprises in there? Maybe. Not everyone's going to agree. That's fair enough. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. Right, here we go then. It looks like they're about to start the draw after all this waiting. Come on. Teams to be drawn. Pairings 1 and 2, pairing 3 and 4, 5 and 6, and 7 and 8. Come on, let's do this. All right. The draw is literally starting now. Do drop a like because we're going to focus on the draw. I will come to your comments at the end. Make sure to subscribe as well, guys. Drop a like and subscribe. And here we go. The draw starts here with Aston Villa being drawn out. But we don't know what that means just yet. So if you're an Aston Villa fan, your name has been pulled out. And I think that means you're going to get Club Brugge. It does. Aston Villa have got Club Brugge. Okay. If you're a Villa fan, you'll be happy with that because the alternative was Borussia Dortmund. Let me just make that say Villa so it fits in the page. Club Brugge versus Aston Villa. If you're a Villa fan, you've got to be happy, right? Would you rather have played Club Brugge or Dortmund? The next team is Lille. And Lille finished 7th, remember. They are going to obviously take on the team that Aston Villa can't get now, which is Borussia Dortmund. So it's a little bit complicated, this, but basically number 2 is a confirmed fixture now. Club Brugge versus Villa. And number 7 is Borussia Dortmund versus Lille. They are confirmed fixtures. We now move on to the other teams, which I believe will be the teams that finish 6th and 5th in the Champions League. We've got Atlético Madrid. Who are they going to face? Are they going to get Real Madrid? They are. Oh, there you go. Real Madrid versus Atlético Madrid is a confirmed fixture. Number 3, Real Madrid versus Atlético Madrid, which means that obviously number 6 will be Bayern versus Bayer Leverkusen. It is. So that is confirmed. Okay, so we've got, you know, Bayern v Bayer Leverkusen and the Madrid derby there. That's quite tasty. We move on to the teams that finished 3rd and 4th in the Champions League table, which were, I think, Arsenal and Inter Milan. They will play PSV or Feyenoord. Arsenal are out first, so Arsenal will be taking on PSV. So number 4 is a confirmed fixture, which means that number 5 is now confirmed to be Inter Milan versus Feyenoord. Let's just make it say Inter. You know who it is if I say Inter. Okay. Feyenoord versus Inter. So this is the last bit of the draw now. We're going to find out if PSG will get Liverpool or Benfica will get Liverpool. And then if PSG will get Barca or Benfica will get Barca. Like I say, we will react to the draw once it has finished. Liverpool are going to take on PSG. Oh, wow. Which means Benfica will take on Barcelona. So, I mean, it's a bit unusual how this has worked out. Liverpool won the Champions League table. They came first, and their reward is PSG. It's not like they've got themselves an easy fixture, is it? There you go, guys. That is the Champions League draw. Which fixture is jumping off the page? It's got to be PSG, Liverpool, Real Madrid, Atlético Madrid as well. If you're a Villa fan, are you happy with Club Brugge? If you're an Arsenal fan, are you happy with PSV? Because that is the Champions League draw concluded. Give us your reaction to that. Benfica will beat Barca. Someone's just said in the live chat. Well, it's possible. Yeah. They're going to move on to the round of 16 What's this they're doing now? God, I don't know. We've still got a bit of the draw to go here, but I'm not sure what this means. Is this who's going to play who in the quarters? I think so. Let's have a little look at what happens here. Don't go anywhere, guys. This draw is not quite concluded. Let's see what happens. So, the winners of the game number 1, which is PSG versus Liverpool, who are they going to play? I presume the winners of game 2. Yeah. So we already know this, don't we? Oh, is it just who's going to play who in what order? Because if I remember correctly, this means that Liverpool would get Villa in the quarters now. The winners of that game would get Arsenal in the quarters. And, well, I'm not going to jump the gun and conclude who's going to win each game, but I think that's how it's going to play out now. Right, share your thoughts to the draw. Who is, well, what's the best game? Who's the happiest team? Who's got the worst draw? Give us your thoughts and your reaction to the draw. Do drop a like and make sure to subscribe as well. But that is the Champions League draw concluded. Would you guys like to see like a little predictions video, like an early predictions video for the Champions League round of 16? Because I could do that today, to be fair. There's some really interesting games, you've got to say. PSG versus Liverpool, Club Brugge Villa, Real Madrid versus Atlético Madrid, PSV take on Arsenal, Feyenoord take on Inter, Bayern take on Bayer Leverkusen, 7 is Dortmund versus Lille, and 8 is Benfica versus Barcelona. Give us your reaction to the draw. Be sure to drop a like and subscribe. I'm going to come to your comments in just a second. But yeah, give us a like and your thoughts in the live chat. I'm just making a note of these fixtures. So Club Brugge got Villa as well. PSG got Liverpool. It's really interesting, isn't it? It's really interesting how it's worked out. Let's have a look. Liverpool got the worst draw. Yeah, PSG have an easy draw, says Saba. Like I said earlier, Liverpool won the Champions League group. Well, the table. They came top, and their reward is to play PSG. It's not like they've got an easy game, is it? I don't know. Let's have a look at some more comments. The extra draws are only to determine who plays home first, second. Yeah, I get that, GHGN. So we know who's going to play who. It's just in what order, if they're going to be home or away. Right, guys, like I say, give us your reaction to the draw. Thank you for your support, by the way. We'll try and finish on 300 likes. But yeah, do give us your reaction to the draw down below. It's been an interesting one. I mean, I've got to say, the 2 standout games for me are PSG Liverpool and Real Madrid versus Atlético Madrid. If you're a Villa fan, you're fairly happy. If you're an Arsenal fan, you're fairly happy. Bayern versus Leverkusen is certainly interesting, and Dortmund versus Lille as well is tasty. Let's get your reactions to it, guys. Like I say, drop a like and subscribe. What was I going to do? I was going to say, yeah, do hit the subscribe button down below if you haven't already. Let's have a look at some of your comments. Liverpool v Madrid will be in the semis, says Clive. Yes, that's right. A good draw for Dortmund, says Jay. What else we got? Timothy says yes. I'm not sure what to. You shouldn't have an easy draw at this stage anyway, says Joseph. No, I'm not saying there should be easy draws, because all the teams that are left are good in their own way, but PSG is not the most favourable, maybe. Arsenal are going to do the double. There you go. What else have we got? Are these teams going to play 2 legs? Yes. So the Champions League knockouts are all 2 legs, except for the final. And this is the order in who's going to play who in the quarters and semis now. So that is the top side of the draw. That is the bottom side of the draw. So Arsenal, Villa and Liverpool are all in the same side of the draw. That's a top-heavy side of the draw, isn't it? Right, give me your reactions. Do drop a like, do subscribe. Like I say, I might do a video. Would you be happy to see a video doing a quick prediction for the next round of the Champions League? I really like this lineup. I really do. There's a really strong side of the draw on the left-hand side, though. Are we saying that's really strong on the left-hand side? You know those top 4 fixtures? Would you say they are a lot stronger than the bottom 4 fixtures? It might have opened up here for some of the teams in that bottom half. I think this happened in the Champions League a few years ago, and like Inter Milan got to the final, didn't they? Are you doing Premier League predictions today, says Lucy. I did them a couple of days ago, actually. I did them on Wednesday, Lucy. Check out the video I did on Wednesday. What else have we got? As a Leeds fan, I'd like Arsenal to win it. There you go. Can only one English club reach the final? Yes, Joseph, that's how it's worked out now. So Liverpool, Villa and Arsenal are all on the same side of the draw. So we could have like a Liverpool v Arsenal semi-final, but we can't have 2 English teams in the final now. Liverpool v Villa quarter-final, says Darryl. I think it's looking possible, isn't it? I think it's looking possible. Not easy for Liverpool, but still favourites against PSG, says Jay. Yeah. What else we've got? The Madrid derby is going to be amazing. Yeah, and they're all on the same side of the draw, aren't they? Look at that. Absolutely stacked. Right, guys, I'm going to sign off in 2 seconds. Get your final comments down below. We are 5 likes away from 300, so we will try and finish with that. Like I say, I'm really wanting to do like a predictions video for the draw for the remainder of the Champions League now, so I might do that. But yeah, drop a like, subscribe as well. Any final comments, get them down below. But that is the draw concluded. If you've just joined us, you've just missed it. PSG take on Liverpool, Club Brugge take on Villa, Real Madrid take on Atlético Madrid, PSV take on Arsenal, Feyenoord take on Inter, Bayern take on Leverkusen, Dortmund take on Lille, Benfica take on Barcelona. And like I say, it's a top-heavy side of the draw, 1 to 4 there. What else have we got? Bayern are going to knock out Leverkusen. Luton are going to just survive. There you go. Play Up Sky Blues, says Bucks channel. Cov fan since the 80s, who is a reformed Villa appreciator after marrying one. And that's great. There you go. Hope you're well, Matt, says Billy. Been a while. Thank you, Billy. Yeah, not too bad, thanks. Just about to sign off. Stephen says thanks. No worries, guys. Like I say, 10 seconds to get your final comments in, but I am about to sign off. The Champions League draw is concluded. Thank you for your great support. If you enjoyed it, I will do something like this again next time we have a Champions League draw. But that's it, guys. Like I say, one last time, it's PSG v Liverpool, Club Brugge versus Aston Villa, Real Madrid versus Atlético Madrid, PSV versus Arsenal, Feyenoord take on Inter, Bayern take on Leverkusen, Dortmund take on Lille, and Benfica take on Barcelona. Luton look doomed, says Jay. Billy says, hope you're well. Yeah, no worries. I've read that comment out, haven't I? Right, well, that's it, guys. Once again, a massive thank you for your support. Check out another video. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Done Premier League predictions. I might put out a Champions League predictions video later. Check out the link in the live chat. But that's it. That is it from me. Thank you for your great support. The Champions League draw for the round of 16 has concluded. I will see you all in the next one. Take care. Peace out.